Alright, so you guys already know how I feel about the Dreamcast, so I'm not going to go into that again. Even as an adult, I still consider it my favorite console ever just because of the emotions that it provided me and the great times it provided me in basically a year that the Dreamcast was relevant from the end of 99 to like the end of 2000. But what I want to talk about is kind of the larger thing that kind of ties a lot of different things, not just Christmas, but kind of life together. And that's this sense of wonderment that I think we all get, but it's, generally in the first 10, 15 years of our lives. At least that's how it went for me. And it's a shame that it kind of fizzles out in a way. Like, even I'll admit, there's very little that gaming or anything has done that will impress me to the degree of, that first time playing a video game, that first time watching a movie, that first time doing anything, all the firsts, you can only do that so many times before it becomes part of your life. And even last year I had one of those wow moments with VR. The first time I put on the VR headset at Frankie's and saw this like 3D world open up in front of me, and wherever I looked I was in it. Like, I was enthralled by that. And that did last a decent amount of time, but even now, not even a year later, I don't want to say I'm over it, but it's not the same. It's still fun, but it's not the same, like, wow that it was then, and I can't recapture that. I can pretend, but, that feeling that's in your heart, that unexpected thing that just kind of grabs you, like it only lasts so long, and it seems to last less and less as you grow up. And yes, believe it or not, I do grow up. I act like a child in my videos, and I try to have fun. And I do. I really do. And it's not an act. Like, I try to make mall tours fun. I try to make all these different things fun. Like, even the mall for me as a kid was just this huge treat. It was like this giant, I don't want to say amusement park, but it was just this giant colorful place with different stores and lights and all this stuff. And I still enjoy the look of malls, but it's not to that scale. Maybe it's because I was physically smaller. Everything looked giant. I was like, whoa, this is huge. Even games I play today that I played as a kid, and as a kid I thought they were like the hardest games ever, or I thought they were like the longest games ever. I could beat them in like an hour now, and I'm like, really? I thought that was hard? But again, that's part of growing up, that's part of kind of looking back at things, and it doesn't negate the joy that I had, or the joy that any of us have had. Like, I'm sure you guys can relate to what I'm saying, but I find it interesting that wonderment that, I think we all try to hold on to it, and I think we do, but it's only as much as you try, I think, and the fact that I've been able to keep this, Christmas, not just Christmas Central, but the Christmas traditions alive as long as I have, and to the degree that I have, I try, so hard. I'm not looking for any credit, but I'm saying that it's not as easy as I make it look, and that's okay, because to me, that actually makes it a little more special. When I was a kid, I was excited about Christmas because when I closed my eyes at night on December 24th, I thought some big fat guy in a red suit was bringing me toys, and when I opened my eyes, I would see all these toys going around. It was almost like, I don't know if any of you have seen The Fairly Odd Parents, but when Timmy Turner wakes up on Christmas and there's like a train going around the tree and like a million toys and fireworks going off, like that was me at Christmas. Even as a kid, I'd make like these sound effects. I would act like the tree was God. Like, I would just go completely crazy over the Christmas tree. And I still do feel like these really reverent feelings about the Christmas tree, but it's more of a reminiscing than a current feeling. Same thing the first time I saw fireworks. The first time I saw fireworks, I thought they were the coolest thing ever. And I still think they look cool, but, it's not like, oh wow, how do they do that or whatever. Like, it's, they're fireworks, they're nice. So, I don't know, I just kind of wanted to talk about that for a short while. If you guys have anything you can think of that, like, your first time was, like, really amazing, and, maybe some of you still feel, like, the same way you did the first time you did whatever, and I'm not trying to point out any one thing or another. Everyone has different hobbies and tastes, but, maybe your first time playing guitar, your first time, riding a bike, whatever it is, like, is it still special to you today? I really hope it is, because I think, age is inevitable. We're all going to age. All of our interests will age with us. But I think it's important to hold on to some things from your past and just the concept of, opening your heart to being. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Opening your heart to the concept of being wowed by something. Because I feel like some people just don't want to be impressed anymore. And again, I'm not casting aspersions on anybody. I get the feeling, as we grow up, it's not acceptable to be like, wow, that's great. Like, like the movie Elf with Will Ferrell, like where he's still like a child, but he's like a 40-year-old man, and you know everyone gives him weird looks because he's going, "Oh wow, I love that." But like I don't necessarily think there's anything wrong with acting like that as long as you know you still hold down a job and everything. But I think you know the sense of wonderment is still important to keep. Is basically my message here. So whatever it is for you, and you know whatever it is, like you know for me it's Christmas. You know Christmas still has me in a sense of wonder, and some other things do too. But you know it's mostly this state of joy that I try to keep every year around this time, and so far so good. You know I'm 30 years old, going to be 31 by the time this Christmas hits, and hey, I've made it this far. I don't, you know, whatever I gotta do, you know, I don't mean to phrase it like that, but I really do love Christmas, and I love you guys, so thank you so much for watching. Open your heart, keep watching Bye Productions for future coverage of Christmas 2019, and let me know, you know, what keeps you wondering.